Red's power. That's why I loathe crowded areas.
I'm gonna miss your version, huh? But let's get into the video. State of play. Alright, scratch whatever it was. We're gonna talk about the state of play on Genshin Impact because many people will make it sound like Genshin Impact is really terrible. If you follow a content creator on the internet, especially somebody that really hates Mioyo and hates Genshin Impact and any games coming from Mioyo, really, they will pull Genshin Impact in true dirty waters, and rightfully so, because absolutely Genshin Impact has done a lot of shit that is worth criticizing in the past, and they have done very little to respond to the player base. They have done a lot of terrible things, honestly. But as I said, we do with honesty here, and I have to treat things very honest in the way things are. And first, we need to talk about Endgame. Endgame, as stayed the way it is easily accessible for everybody if you build your team to a required level, like leveling them up to level 90, having a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of crit damage, you'll be able to clear things very easily in the game. There is no problem about that. You can clear them with 4 star. There's no such thing as power creep in this game, which brings a terrible point where people can make it where they say that you have to pull this unit because this unit is meta. This is not the case in Genshin Impact. There are a few world bosses that require you a specific kind of elemental reaction in order to clear, but it's not as much that you need to be overly worried about. And then again, you don't really need to level up your characters to level 90 to even be compatible in Spiral Abyss to begin with. And Imaginum tier is just, I don't count that as a end game, but a whale check to depend on if you have all the correct units and well built. Not even well built either. If you have all the characters and you have them built to some extent. There's no such thing as power creep in this game. Yeah, you have characters that come out stronger than other characters, I understand that, but when you compare to who you're fighting against, you're gonna kill them. You're gonna kill them with Raid and Shogun. You're gonna kill them with Chlorine. You're gonna kill them with Versa. And if it's on the Pyro side, you're gonna kill them with Hu Tao. You're gonna kill them with Diluc. You're gonna kill them with Yan Fei. You're gonna kill them with Arlecchino. And you're gonna kill them with Movica. It doesn't matter which one it is, you're gonna be able to clear the game. And I think that is a good thing from Genshin Impact, really. I think it was highly criticized by many content creators in the past that this is a huge issue and the fact that the content isn't hard enough and stuff like that. And I think they could venture into an hardcore mode, yes, but I think having it, this is a basic example of having it your way or trying to please the every player is just not gonna work regardless of how you take it, because Genshin Impact goes to the route of making it accessible to everybody and everybody complains. Honkai Star Rail goes to the route of making it very hardcore and you have to build properly in order to beat the end game and everybody complains. So you see, no matter where you go, right or left, people are gonna complain. So might as well you do what you have to do anyways. So that's my thought on endgame mode when it comes down to Genshin Impact. There's not much there really. There's not much there really that I need to talk about other than that. Other than it's okay. I don't think there's not much they really need to change, or maybe they could. get it to level up or something like that. Who knows? Okay, so in terms of rewards, and I'm talking about the rewards in the live last update that's coming. Hmm, I don't think it is enough. No, no. All right. I have to think about it. When it comes down to if you're just pulling for the character that is on the rated of character, I think it's enough. If you're cutting it for it and the Chronicle Wish banner that came out of nowhere, it won't be enough. Especially if you're deciding to go for the a character on the that banner. And I think for that banner that's coming out, the Chronicle Wish for Inazuma, I think many people are having their eyes on the weapon, the Mist Splitter. I don't have that weapon. I maybe go for it, but the problem and the pity for it, the weapon banner on that is a lot better than what it is on the regular weapon banner. So directly getting that is a good thing for anybody that really wants that weapon. So I think there's a good in that, but I think the pull is a little bit short compared to the banners. I think throughout the multi-banner universe, all of the games that are deciding that they want to put multi-banners, all of a sudden, all of the pulls are low. The only one that comes a little bit comparable is Honkai Star Rail, really, because Honkai Star Rail was over generous with their rewards, even though many complain. So for the rewards in Genshin Impact, it's okay, but it's like given the fact that they're bringing out the Chronicle Wish banner, it should at least be 30 pulls off the bat without all the events. It should have been 30 pulls, honestly. So I think they got an L in the rewards. They could have done a lot better, really, honestly. And I'm saying this from somebody that really loves Genshin Impact. They should have done very much better than what they did. The banners, again, the banners. I even brushed on it. The Chronicle Wish banner is not something you should look at on like it's really hard to prepare for the Chronicle Wish banner, and I think it's really they put it at a time, and this is a little bit the future proof here. They put it at a time when they know people are already saving for a Skirk, so it's like a cheeky way to make people drain their savings before Skirk, so they have to top up in order to buy Skirk. I think I'm skipping Skirk. Like if Skirk turns out to be the element that they want Skirk to be, and I'm gonna be very vague with this, I am skipping Skirk because if they don't put Skirk as a quantum DPS, because Nutcry, I'm gonna go off the rails a little bit. Nutcry is gonna be the new region that is for 4.0. I think Genshin Impact will be shooting themselves in the foot if they don't make Skirk the opening character for 4.0 and they don't make Skirk Quantum instead of the element they're trying to place her as. Because her whole ass style screams Quantum. It screams Quantum. It's unfortunate. And to see that they want to pull her in that element they want to put her in, I feel like I have to skip when it comes to that one. My whole reason for pulling her because I think that she was gonna be the first quantum, but no, she's maybe not. I don't need to pull her. It's still very early and they're still subject to change, and I still don't see any information who the opening is gonna be for Nutcry, but I think she should be Quantum. It might even be Even in the 4.0 series, maybe the time when they release things diff as well, which could be quantum element as well too. So I can't believe they're substituting quantum for that element. I honestly can't believe it. But it is what it is. I guess I'm crashing out on that situation. The banners, as I said, the rewards for the banners is not good. They're only of good. It's a banner that will come out for them to pick the character that they want, that they really want. I like Ito, yes, but I won't be pulling for it. I don't have the economy to pull for Ito right now. Ayaka, I won't be pulling for Ayaka, even though I don't have her. There's a lot of characters on there, but I will not be pulling for any of them. And people glaze Kazuha, yes, I understand, but I don't need to pull it because Genshin Impact is not a game. Genshin Impact comes like within ways in that sense, where you don't really need to pull meta in order to clear the end game. You just need to be decently invested. And for me, when it comes down to pulling, I pull characters for if I really like the character's design and how they play. That's the only reason I pull characters in this game. And I think in that note, there's nothing really I need from the Konakovic banner. The only thing that maybe I maybe need is that weapon, the Mistsplitter, but I don't even think I need the weapon either, honestly. But putting it right before Script comes out is coming behavior, absolutely. Because they want you to waste your resources so that you don't have enough to spend on Script when Script comes out, and then you have to top up. So it's a scummy move, but it's okay. For that character is even worse is the character that is releasing now. It would rumors to be the best in stat support for Skirk. So it's unfortunate. But the weapon banner, the banners overall, as I said, I'm not necessarily a fan of the multi banners coming in from Genshin Impact and Wither Maze. I think the best implementation of it was the Honkai Star version because it is not too much that you get the fear of missing out, and it's not too little that it's not a multi-banner, and you actually get a little bit of compensation for it, extra pulls on top of extra pulls, which I think is really good. The story. The story of Genshin Impact, I have no complaints on. There are many people that complain that the story is a little bit babyish and how could I say it? They can't stand the story, they can't walk through the story. The story keeps repeating itself, and there is valid point for that. Pama need to shut up most of the time, absolutely, but compared to all of the other games that I've been playing, story wise, Genshin Impact has been the most summarized. I I can't believe I'm actually saying that word out of my mouth, but it has been the most summarized, really. More to the point, I still hate the fact that we have to wait 2 days every single time when it comes down to patches and stuff like that, but it's way better than everything else in terms of summarization. And the story is still interesting if you are into lore, as I am into lore, so I really do enjoy the story. I don't have much complaints about the story other than it would be nice if they could have the facial features of Tennyson Zero implemented into the game. And it would be nice. I can't, there's not much I can criticize Genshin Impact for in the story. Maybe you can criticize them for implementing the power of friendship into their storytelling. But it was bound to happen at some point. It's an anime based game, so I understand that meme coming to fruition. That's it I have for now. I don't have much to say Other than that, I've really enjoyed Genshin Impact over the years, and the only thing I could tell you guys really when it comes down to this game is if you make people make up your mind for you and tell you that you shouldn't play this game because oh it's bad for me, you have to remember that to some extent content creators are out of touch on what really happens in the real world. They have overly built accounts with ridiculously cracked units and they expect that these units to be the game should be like functional when it isn't for them because they have completely bricked their account with extremely powerful characters and when they one shot everything they have problem with it. I'm not calling any names, but that's not how it is in the real world. I'm really enjoying Genshin Impact for what it is, and I think, in my opinion, it's like my second favorite game right now. My first is Zenless Zone Zero. I can't believe I'm saying that either. The second is Genshin Impact. The third is Honkai Star Rail, and the fourth is Wither Waves. And the fourth be Wither Waves because they do a lot of things to demotivate me from playing the game, which is not good.